Welcome to Vintage SF. I'm Richard Rempel, and today we're going to be doing a book tour, an art book tour of Patrick Woodroffe's paintings. He has paintings that are both for books and for record sleeves. This is from 1976. If you are watching this video as it's been published, we are still open for the draw for a giveaway of these three masterworks, SF masterworks. Roger Zelazny's Lord of Light, Frederick Pohl Gateway, and Greg Bear Blood Music. You can see my previous video if you would like to enter. The draw will be on June 2nd during a live stream that I'm doing with Kyle Pinion. So without further ado, let's get to the art book itself. Just a word for those who might be sensitive in this area. There is some nudity. It's nothing that's out of the ordinary for seeing within an art gallery. Mythopoeicon. This is a new word created for this collection. It comes from mythopoeic and icon. The paintings, etchings, book jacket, and record sleeve illustrations of Patrick Woodroffe. This was published in 1976. And as you can see at the top, we're talking fantasies, monsters, nightmares, and daydreams. The pictures that we're going to find in here are from book covers, but also from record covers. That's albums. And here's the title page. It's a fireside book published by Simon & Schuster with commentary by the artist. And as I'd mentioned, copyright 1976. This is a book tour, so I'm just going to simply give you a taste of what we have in here. The contents, Section 1, Early Influences, the evolution of a personal style, etching and engraving, the 1,000-year roundabout, the child stealers, three-dimensional projects, paintings for book jackets, Michael Moorcock, beasts, monsters, and hybrids, the devil, death, superheroes, the universe, spaceships, and flying machines, symbols, and record sleeves. And then there's an epilogue. There we have the man himself with his pipe. He was born in Halifax, Yorkshire, graduated in French and German at Leeds University. In 1966, he had a small exhibition of drawings at the ICA. I'm not sure what the ICA is. If someone can let me know, that'd be great. Abandoned intermittent teaching in Cornwall to become a freelance illustrator. Successful exhibition at the Covent Garden Gallery in London. And in 1976, the date that this was published, exhibition at Mel Kalman's Gallery, the Workshop in London. Now I'm going to mention that this is artwork, so you will see some depiction of the human body. One of my favorite artists is Leo and Diane Dillon, a couple. They did the paintings for the A Science Fiction Special Series 1. These drawings and paintings will be a similar time period. I wonder if Patrick Woodroffe and Leo and Diane Dillon ever had a chance to meet. Quite detailed. As I go through here, you can let me know if you've recognized any book covers or album covers. I'm not going to take the time to read every caption here by the author. Quite fantastical work here. Sort of the busyness of the pictures reminds me a little bit of Hieronymus Bosch, but the subject matter doesn't seem to be quite as horrific. I think we see some of the different flavors, art styles of the late 1960s. All right, I guess some experimental photography here. Collages is what he calls them. The one on the right here is called Unto Us a Son is Given. So far, I actually do not recognize any of his work. I'm guessing his work was primarily done for publishers and record companies in the UK. Just fascinating stuff. And quite prolific if we're looking here basically at a 10-year period, maybe a little bit longer as his first show was in 1966. It's an interesting mix of fantasy and classical art, I would say. I'm sure some people watching here might be able to classify his art a little bit better, but it looks like he experiments in different medium even here. This looks like this is actually 3D, that these are created out of bits and pieces of things. So a 3D art of sorts. So right here we see proofs of some of his book jacket paintings. These are the samples which the printer sends to the art director for approval before going into production. So these all, I believe, coming up here are cover art. And these are from a couple of Michael Moorcock books. So it looks like he did a series of Michael Moorcock books. They were published by Quartet Books. This one is the cover art for The Big Knockover by Dashiell Hammett. A symbolic treatment of the theme of gang warfare, perhaps rather inappropriate for Hammett. Once again, a number of Michael Moorcock covers. Just a wonderful use of color and imagery. I can see why it's referred to as myth making and icons. This series, I have the first 2 books. I do not have this book. It looks like we might see the 3 paintings for the 3 books strung together as they became one larger painting. Yes, this is from Piers Anthony. This book I have here. This is the second part of a Piers Anthony trilogy. This one's called Var the Stick. And this is the first one from that series, Socks the Rope, Piers Anthony. And I have this book as well. So I have 2 books with his paintings. That's quite striking. I think I know this one here. This is from a Michael Moorcock book. Let me see if I can remember the name. The Warlord of the Air. That's what it was, early 1970s. This one is for The Forever War by Joe Haldeman. This comes from the best of John Wyndham, the best of Robert Heinlein, so it looks like we're sort of in his science fiction stage here, or at least the publications, science fiction publications, which he created the art for. Some of those previous pages were for the cover art of The Green Hills of Earth by Robert Heinlein and some story anthologies. This one I do believe I have. It's a cover art for The Billion Year Spree by Brian Aldiss. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. Wow, some really interesting work. I think some of these are for record sleeves as well. Once again, if you recognize the record sleeve, let me know in the comments below. And so it looks like he's done a children's book as well, Mickey's New Home. Text and illustration by Patrick Woodroffe. And there you have it. Now, did I see that this was coming apart? Yeah, it's coming apart a little bit there. You know what I might do is, this is on loan from Children's Hospital Book Market. This will be on sale at our next sale in September of 2026. But I'll make sure this is glued together. We just repair that spine a little bit. Otherwise, you've seen through it. It looks great. What an amazing artist. Some fantastic work here. Fantasy primarily, but some science fiction as well. Until next time, keep appreciating artwork and keep reading.